Before we start, I'm going to do a little lesson on car batteries. I'm going to measure the actual voltage across this battery with a good quality DC meter, and it's measuring at 12.74 volts. The reason for that, I wanted to show it, is that car batteries have 6 cells, and each cell outputs 2.1 volts. So you're looking generally at a 12.6 volt reading. You saw 12.7. It's a little bit high because I was using this charger for just a few minutes and it was charging. This is a trickle charger, and it will trickle charge the battery. It has a display here, and you can see right now it's not connected. This trickle charger at 12 volts is capable of outputting 4 amps. It has to be connected to AC voltage to work. This is a nice device. It has the ability to charge multiple types of 12 volt batteries, like a car battery, which is a standard. You can do gel batteries and other styles with it. You can also hold it down the mode button here and go through the different types of batteries. And you can see across the top, see the battery move across the top as I push the button. And it goes to different styles. And now it's back to general 12 volt battery. If I hold it down, it will switch and go down here to 6 volt batteries. And you can look at those. And in addition to that, you can set it up to actually act as a power source. And if you have something that runs on 12 volts, you can attach it and operate it with 12 volts on a continuous basis. So that locks the voltage at 12 volts instead of trickle charging, and it's a nice feature to have. This comes with a nice set of clamps to clamp this to your car battery. It also has this with loop connections and a fuse in here. And this is where you might clamp this onto something that continuously needed 12 volts, for example, or 6 volts, and put it in that mode and use it as a continuous power source for that device. So this is made to go under a screw head. When I hook this up, I try to make sure that it's not outputting voltage, and I hook up the positive terminal first. Usually when you're connecting to another car, you connect to the frame of the car and not the battery to avoid sparks. This doesn't really create a tremendous amount of sparks. And as you come over here, it's telling you right now the battery is at 12.7 volts, and it's feeding to it 12 volts at about 4 amps. What a trickle charger does is it basically tickles the battery with a low current and slowly charges the battery and brings it up. If you measure the voltage on a battery with a meter like I showed you, and you measure something like 10.5 volts, you have a serious problem because one of the cells is dead. And as you can see, this is charging, and you can walk away now and leave this, and it will charge. And you can see that it's measuring the flashing battery, tells you it's charging. And as it gets higher and higher, it eventually will stop charging at such a high rate and reduce its charging power. These types of devices are considered to be safe because they have built-in protection. And you can see already it's jumped up to 13.3. That's the voltage that the battery charger is putting to the battery, because it sensed the battery was in good shape and it wants to bump it up a little bit. This is ideal to have to charge your battery for your boat, for your tractor, for your car, for anything you have that needs charging that's 12 volts or 6 volts. This is a good product. I like it. As you can see, it's working well. I like the fact that it has this display on it, because the display tells you what's going on. You can see the battery ramp is already up higher, and so it's charging at a higher rate. It's a good product. I rated it 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO.